Okay, I got some questions for you guys, and I'm going to ask you to play pro personnel director of another team. I'm going to ask you to play.
Sweet. That's one of my favorite games to play, dude. This is awesome.
You're going to be pro. I'm going to ask you a question about some players, and you're going to have to sell this player to your staff, your general manager. But I'm going to ask you in the way of a guy that you've been watching the Dallas Cowboys, and you give me the guy that you want to trade for. Okay, I'm going to go.
So I'm another team trying to poach Cowboys.
You're from another team. You're from another team. I'm going to ask you a question about. You're going to trade. I'm going to give you a position, and you're going to give me. Now we're thinking about like the backup guys. Mm-hmm. We're trading backup guys. You know, that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try we're looking at backup guys to pick up here. But I'm going to give you a position after a couple of questions I ask you. And then you tell me what player you want, and then we're going to try and determine what's the best player for somebody to trade for. We're going to determine who the best player is for the Cowboys to probably go get out of all our discussions, okay?
All right.
Does that make sense, you guys?
Kind of, yeah, absolutely.
Let's get into it.
All right. Eric, you're the well, how about this? I'll start with Wolchuk. He seems to understand the game maybe a little better here.
Ooh, wow, shots fired.
In your face.
No, I threw
the kinda in there.
I
really don't understand it.
You were like,
Wolchuk's an understanding kind of guy.
I just don't get it at all.
All right, Wolchuk.
He leads the league in understanding.
Wolchuk, you're the pro personnel director for a team.
Crap.
Didn't even consider me, Chief. Look in the bright side.
That's true. I always go to you there, Dawson. You know that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh no.
You could trade for a backup offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
Which backup offensive lineman are you going to trade for? And tell me why you're going to trade for that guy.
You know what? I think if you're looking to trade for a backup offensive lineman from our Dallas Cowboys, the guy that you really should go get is T.J. Bass.
Okay.
You know, T.J. Bass is a guy that is just right on the verge of being a starting caliber offensive guard. He can play left. He can play right. Even gives you a little bit of center ability as well. So, you know, the snaps seem to be something that he could improve on. But I'll tell you, this guy can play with power. Second level, he could struggle with that a little bit. But in the right run scheme, especially a power gap running scheme, I think he could really, really excel for your offensive line.
Okay, Eric, who would you trade for a backup offensive lineman? You could use the same guy. Or
the correct answer is T.J. Bass, unless you just really are like, we need a more of a center guy, which I think T.J. Bass can do a little bit of. Mm-hmm. Hoffman would probably be the answer there. Mm-hmm. But in general, if you're telling me the Cowboys' best backup offensive line, and we're including Nate Thomas as a starter right now, then I would say T.J. Bass for all the reasons that Wolchuk mentioned.
How about you, Gavin?
Let me take you over here and take a look at a guy with quite a bit of versatility. I'm going Hakeem Adeniji for you.
Okay.
You got a little swing tackle here, maybe even some guard, quite a bit of position flex. Not quite a piano player, but pretty close. Now, if you really want to talk backup offensive lineman by trait and ability, and maybe not his spot on the depth chart, we could also have a conversation about Tyler Guyton, career backup.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you some upside here. He's got plenty of upside, man. He's an athlete.
I like this.
He had a great offseason.
Former first-round pick.
Former first-round pick.
I like it. All right, yeah. I'd put him down as a
starter.
You put him down as a Adeniji. I got you as a Adeniji first. All right. Okay. Eric.
Yep.
Trading for an edge.
Oh man, if you're trading for an edge rusher for the Cowboys right now, then you want to go ahead and look at James Houston. He's the guy that's made the biggest appearance when it comes to the preseason games. Tyrus Wheat would be up there as well, but I think James Houston, if you're looking for an edge rusher, he's the guy that throughout preseason has been the most consistent, and he's got plenty of pass rush moves, and he's a veteran. You could slip him right in there, and he could get the job done for you.
Dawson, you're a general manager of another team. Trade off the Cowboys roster, trade for an edge, backup.
Well, I think you want to be looking over here at Sam Williams, a guy with incredible upside. Yeah, I believe he led the team in tackles for loss his rookie year, even though his snap count wasn't that high. Got plenty of potential coming off an injury. We're just loaded here. So otherwise, we might even be looking at starting this guy. in some situations.
How about you there, Wooly Boy?
Yeah, I think that you're looking absolutely at Sam Williams. Contract year. This kid's going to be hungry. He's fighting to get paid. You're looking at a guy that can get you at least 4 sacks, but maybe this is the breakout season for Sam, and I think he's going to be really hitting the game strong the back half of the year.
Okay, there we
go. When he's really recovered from that meat of the schedule, he's going to be available for you, and that knee's going to be really, really healthy. So Sam Williams is the guy that you want to be trading
And
for.
by the way, give us your best Micah offer while we're here, because 2 1s inside the top 10 could probably get that done.
Get this done.
Yep.
All right, Dawson, give me the backup wide receiver you're trading for.
If you're looking for a backup wide receiver, then you want to look no further than Jalen Tolbert here. He's a guy who's produced in the red zone. This guy is going to solve quite a few problems for you. I mean, he was going to be our wide receiver number 2 again. We were actually quite excited. We had him penciled in for about 65, 70 catches, but Pickens fell in our lap, right?
Okay.
So premium talent here. We're just looking for a defender who can help us stop the run, maybe a safety.
Wooly Bully.
Absolutely. Jalen Tolbert. This guy just had 7 touchdowns last year. You don't want that on your football team? Are you kidding me? You want a guy that can absolutely be a 3 or 4 wide receiver for you? I mean, why are the Raiders not calling? Vikings, you need a wide receiver? Get on the damn phone. Jalen Tolbert, you can have him, and this guy is going to be productive. He's done it in the NFL. He can do it for you.
How about you there, Chieftain?
Yeah, you need a touchdown every other week. A guy who our quarterback in Dak Prescott is going to be ticked off when I give him the news that we're trading away one of his favorite guys on the roster. That's going to be Jalen Tolbert right there. He's gotten it done in the regular season. He's done it in real NFL games. We thought highly enough of him to take him in the 3rd round. He's been solid, but as my assistant over here mentioned, we had George Pickens fall in our lap.
Okay, I named those 3 positions right there. The ones that we had 2 for Bass, 1 for Adeniji on the offensive line. On the edge, we had 1 for Houston and 2 for Sam Williams. And the wide receiver, we're all trading for Tolbert. Okay? Where are you guys at then now if we can only get one of these guys? And I'm going to give you it because I think I'm going to eliminate everybody but Tolbert and Williams on this list unless somebody wants to fight for Houston on that defensive end list.
Is it like, am I fighting to trade him or trade for him? Because I would rather trade for James Houston than trade for Sam Williams right now.
Okay.
Because I need a guy who can step in.
Where the hell were you a month ago when he was on the damn streets, Eric? What are we doing here? Why weren't you fighting then? Why weren't you fighting for James Houston?
Because I didn't realize what type of player he was until I saw him play in preseason games, until I saw him show up in a way that Sam Williams has not. And listen, I think the future for Sam Williams could be good, but as Wolchuk mentioned, he's got 1 year left on his deal, and he's off an ACL. You're trading for a guy that's going to maybe give you half a season once he finally gets his legs underneath him.
Okay, so this is not clear-cut for you then. All right, let me ask you.
James Houston is a guy that I know can step on the field week 1 and actually have some level of an impact in a way that Sam Williams won't for 2 months.
All right, let me ask you then, Eric, and we'll go this route then. I can only get from you. I can only get Tolbert, or I can get Houston. We can only have one. Which one you trading for? Between those 2 guys,
I'm gonna trade for James Houston.
Okay,
edge rusher just means more to me.
Okay, so you're gonna trade for Houston. All right, Dawson. If you're gonna trade, and you brought up the Sam Williams one,
yeah, and Adeniji,
but okay. You're going to trade for Tolbert or Sam Williams?
If I'm a team?
Yeah.
Shoot. I think I'd probably want Sam Williams. I'm betting on the upside.
Okay. That's another edge right there. Okay. How about you there, Wooly?
Yeah, you win games, you score points. Who's the guy that's scoring points? Jalen Tolbert. Get in the damn end zone.
42 of them.
All right. Then real quick then, okay. Out of the guys, so out of all the guys that we mentioned here, who would be the number 1 trade candidate then to go get? Because we've got Williams, we've got Houston, and we got Tolbert. Who is the number 1 guy out of that list?
I think to me you got to go with the upside of Sam Williams.
So if you're a team looking at the Dallas Cowboys right now,
Sam or Jalen?
Yeah, I would say Houston or Jalen.
I kind of feel like that teams would probably look at Tolbert before they would, like I said. I mean, I like what you guys did with the
I think Tolbert's number 1. I'm with you. And then I'd
see,
go
that's
Sam
what I'm trying to say. What I think is teams were looking at this roster. The offensive line depth would be that was. I put Hoffman in that list myself when I did this. I put Hoffman in there.
He deserves to be mentioned 100%.
And I put Sam Williams in there myself, and I put Tolbert as the wide receiver.
Nice.
But I'm trying to determine who the best player is tradable on the Cowboys.
Yeah, I want to trade all the guys that I mentioned, and I'm going to try and give you the best sales pitch possible, which was what I did this entire exercise.
Right. Wolchuk's wanting to trade away guys that he's not having make his own 53-man roster.
James Houston's on my team.
Right. James Houston's on Wolchuk's team because he knows he's better than Sam Williams.
So the most likely player that somebody will trade for the Dallas Cowboys will be Tolbert?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, especially if you're talking about in reality right now, teams need wide receivers. There's a handful of teams that are trying to get some.
I don't think the Cowboys will want to get rid of him, though.
The whole Dak Tolbert love, I think that's a little blown out of proportion.
Okay.
From some of the whispers I've been told here. I think there's a reason why Dak wanted George Pickens.
My man's got a gang of 7 over there.
Look at this.
Yeah.